Zero. I'm gonna do this one and then we'll do the other ones. Okay, huh? Oh, you look fierce. Can you help me find my sister? Oh, you went off to hunt for hunt Doro mode? So she could make me chicken tikka. She's so brave, but she's been gone for quite some time. I've never strayed far from the gate, and those beasts look so frightening. Couldn't be far. Can you find her for me? She has red hair and she looks so elegant in her hunting garb. She set off to the northwest. I'll be waiting here for you to come back. Oh. Oh. Why you? I'm lying in wait. Can't you see? What is it? Oh, she does work to me, so I apologize for her imposition. Today is her name day, and I wanted to do something special for her. So much gone wrong as of late. I managed to always keep a smile on her face. I thought that Stromberg would be simple prey, but now that I've seen one up close, I can barely bring myself to move. I've never been so afraid, truth be told. But you look as if you've never known fear. Well, actually, I have. You can make quick work of that to her. Hurting. If you don't mind, could you slay the animal for me? I've already set the traps, but one should be along soon enough. Without their meat, I can't hope to make the chicken tacky that my sister so adores. Please, if not for me, to do it for her. Hey! Oh yeah! That's how that's done. That's just natural abilities. That was an inspiring display. Were you able to procure its meat? Yep. You must let me repay you for your bravery. Please meet me near the city gates, where I am told my sister to wait. I do hope she hasn't wandered off. It's just gonna be like some of my FC members have seen Monk in action already, like really in action. It's like they said it's insane to watch. It's like the things they do. So like it's gonna take me a while to get up the par of that. There's the Brave Traveler. Thank you for finding my sister. She said you took down that Stormling in a single blow. No, it took more. It is your name day. The memories of us gathering around the table as a family over a homemade feast are amongst my finest. Our parents have gone to Radahan to find work, seeing as how there is none to be found here since that tower appeared. They sent word they'll return for this little one's name day. I want them to arrive to a feast rivaling the one from before, and thanks to you, they will. Please take care. Please take this for all you've done to give our family a memory we can cherish. Want that loaf? Give me that loaf. Give me all the bread in the universe. All of the bread in the universe. Right. A matanga along the way. Ready to take another job then. This one was registered by a local fisherman asking for help with Adora monsters. Ordinarily, the radiant host keeps the worst of the wildlife in check. But these days, there just haven't been enough blades to spare. You'll want to speak with the fisherman himself for the details. I couldn't read the scrawl he left for her name, but he's in a Arcadocia. It should be found fishing the waters from the western shore. Not Matangas. Could always use more coin, yes? And you benefit from your wise experience. Yeah. A fine pair of hunters we shall make. With this. Oh, at least she's not cowering. Oh. Yeah, she's not cowering. Come to take care of the monsters, have you? About damn time. We're fine when we're out in the water, of course, but even a fisher needs to walk on land every now and again. Trails. And the trail grows more pairs by the day. I managed to sneak through without a scratch so far, but friends of mine haven't been so fortunate. Talk to the others around here. I might need your help with that, Ronald. It is still challenging for me. Do we do this together then? Yes, good idea. Let's go. You want to hear about monsters? I saw 3 brick brutes on my way from... I've never seen the like of it around these parts before. You want a story? What? When I left Akio the other day, I almost walked straight into a fiend with a tongue as long as my arm. Barely escaped being gobbled up on the spot. Attacked by the wildlife? Oh yes, while I was hauling a catch back to town. Dropped the lot and fled for my life. The roads used to be safe enough, but now... So, do you understand now why You had to send for help. I understand you have a problem with long-tongued brute terrorizing your roads. Those creatures are what we call Isaka. Without the army sending out regular patrols, it seems the inland monsters have begun expanding their territory. They've forgotten their fear of us. And that's when people start dying. I need you to remind them. Once you've found and slain those overly bold... There's something I've been curious about. Very well, it's a contest. The first to topple is Asaka. Is it a frog? Never seen anyone so eager to throw herself headlong into her jaws. Shouldn't you be chasing after her? Oh yeah! You're perfectly fine with fighting an unknown creature that probably is 1,000 times bigger and much more hideous and such. But you're afraid of the elephant people that talk and have not as... that are probably as gentle as can be in this, at least in these parts. You're scared of that? What world? Oh, okay. First kill is mine. Grandmother said that the hunter should be swift. They get die. Would you mind tracking down the other two? Once they saw what I did to their friend, they fled to the northwest. I can haul this lump back to the beach while you hunt the fish. You will be alone within a... My fears of mine has been ebbed somewhat. Now go, before some other poor soul crosses path with those monsters. If you look to our left, more dodos in the game. Another version of the dodo, pretty much. What the frick are these? I was expecting something else. Because the name is used in a Persona in like Shin Megami Tensei. Final Shred. So I guess we want to do Final Shred as a... Stronger than she looks. We had to load the carcass onto the boat to carry it away. What of the pack mates? Did you find them? Yep. We've slain them. This is good. Songs of Ronald's deeds are sung across the steep. My aching arms would like to know why you wanted the remains though. Why else to make use of its parts? The scales can be spun into silver, and the meat will fill our pots. The bones and teeth we craft into hooks and other tools. We kill nothing for the sake of killing, even murderous monsters. The two bodies you left behind will serve as a warning to others of their kind. That keeps them away, that no more blood and dead. Seems our tribes share similar customs when it comes to using every part of the kill. As grandmother always said, Be not wasteful of the lives you take to sustain your own. So very different from your kin, the Gajasura. Oh, so that's why you've been avoiding my gaze. If your only experience with the Matanga have been our brutal cousins, then you'll find an agreeable lot by comparison. Might even make a few friends. Here's your payment. Well earned. So they know about their other, like I said, they're cousins, essentially. You should report the gun. Then she might strike it from her list. Let me know when you are done basking in this or a hunt, and we can... Wow. Dude, you're starting to get confident over here, aren't you? Ready then? Counting the contents of my coin purse. I've been counting the contents of my coin purse. I have enough to buy passage on the ship, but as for food and other supplies, well, I would feel more comfortable with the pay of one more job. At the very least, let us make our report to Candace and ask what else she has on offer. Come, show me how fleet your foot are. Who walks these days? Come on, you don't have a mount? Especially an Ozma mount? He doesn't have an Ozma mount. Hey, it's the... I know this area. It's the striking... This is the striking dummy area for, oh, what is it called? From the, media tour. And, like, yeah, the media tour and, when they were showing off the, job abilities. Let's see. So, we're gonna have to practice somewhat. I'm almost setting to... Oh, snap! Hello. I don't know, safely back from your work on the shore, I see, but where is... Some slippery son of a Dozo snatched it from me, brazen as you please. I lost sight of him in the market, along with my worldly wealth. How am I to pay for lodging or food? After all the good work you've done, you will stay with me tonight, I insist. I saw that. You looked me right in the eye, finally warming up to us. Are you? I could barely see through the tears, but yes, now I can... Come on, Eleni. Oh, can't have you running around without a guilt. In fact, why don't we head to my house now, and we can fill that complaining belly of yours. You're more than welcome to join us, Ronald. I'm gonna have to let her in on a secret soon. Like, you should... The only thing you should fear is Lalafells. You see... We reach up to your kneecaps. So, all we gotta do is just take one good punch into them, and you're down for the count. One punch is all it takes. At least for, since I'm a monk, I'll probably shatter your entire kneecap if I would punch it. It'd probably turn to dust. Like the bone of your kneecap. Something terrible has happened. I've been robbed. We saw a boy jumping out the window as we approached, and when I looked inside, all my belongings have turned upside out. Set off in pursuit of the thief, but hasn't returned. Do you think you could catch up with her? I'll lock up here, and you can meet me back in my office when you found her. Oh no. I lost again. I swear, it was the same Hyrule Hyrule boy who made off with my coin purse. His size, his clothing, it all matches. I was willing to cut my losses and earn more gil, but this insult to my host, it will not stand. Grandmother said to repay one's favors, and by the Dust Mother, I mean to do just that. Will you help me find justice? Wow. Then we start by asking around for orders. I have a feeling we're not the only ones who've been falling in a foul to this thieving urchin. The swifter we react, the better our chances. I say we split up, gather what clues we can, and then meet back here. Hey. Harsha fonts. Ew. I'm having a grand time here. I know, I'm still in like level 80, 81 areas, and I'm like, but I'm just like, I'm having a wonderful time. This train will pick up soon, though. I'm sure of it. There was another robbery? I wonder if it's the same boy I found in my house the other day. He yelled that he was sorry, and when I saw the desperation on his face, I don't have the heart to chase after him. This is secondhand information, mind you, but I hear that the thief you're looking for is barely more than a child. Sad, isn't it? How terrible things have become that a young boy is forced into a life of crime just to survive. Huh. The recent rash of pickpocket? Oh yes, I've heard several stories. They say it's likely to work with the same criminal. Well, champion, what have we discovered? Familiar one. It was a familiar one, but I've heard from the local children. Even more disturbing. Tell me a man, a stranger, approached him with a promise of work and easy coin. I have no proof this offer is connected to recent robberies, but it does seem suspicious. And if a stranger truly is recruiting young ones to steal for him, then he is the one I would punish for these crimes. We just need to find him. Raza is closing its gates, left many struggling to make a living. And the appearance of that ghastly tower sparked a chain of events that still has the radiant host spread too thin, too many fronts. Under the circumstances, a rise in crime is to be expected. We are fortunate then to have the two of you here to act on behalf of our lawkeeper. But please accept this as payment. We cannot expect you to work on an empty stomach. A new hunt begins. Come, we must track down the one behind all this. But we're still not sure if the stranger is actually involved in the robberies, let alone where to start looking for him. There is a simple way to find out. We lure our boy thief into stealing from me again. If what we suspect is true, then he will likely take any ill-gotten gains directly from to his patron. So I will play the part of an unguarded traveler, flaunting a heavy purse of some riches or some such. Ronald, you keep watch for the little pickpocket, and be ready to follow him where he makes his move. Should he lead you to some shady figure, then I want you to herd them both to the west. I will circle around and be lying in wait to spring an ambush. Right forever. Grandma always said, if you want to catch the big fish, don't spare the bait. Same idea applies to slippery criminals. Right then, let us take our places in the town square and lay the trap of our quarry. I will try to make the lure something obvious, so you can see it being stolen from afar. Oh wow, look at that sky. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah! Sword. Target spotted. You really steal that? He takes the sword. Go! He's taking the bait. I'm amazed how he just walked right by it and going, it's right on him. Follow your quarry from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you notice or if you fall too far behind. Should you fail, return to the starting point. Up to you. Oh, come on. I hate. Oh, it's one of them quests. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh, you're a profitable scoundrel, aren't you? Nice work. I'll fence the rest of the goods and then you'll get here. Need to check your tails. You want your family to learn our arrangement? Now run. Kill him. Oh, my rage could not be. Those who prey on the weak are undeserving of mercy. Beat him, said. Okay. Let's do the Radiant Host. It is a brave thing to admit when you are wrong. Help me explain the situation to your lawkeepers if we can steer you back into the right path. I will cart this rib used to the nearest guardhouse. Pray informing him of her success. He's out. Okay, he's not dead. Hey, Ronald told me what happened. Well, they began interrogating the man before I left. He was blabbering about where he stashed the stolen goods. The soldiers planned to recover the cash and return the items to their rightful owners. Praise be to the sister. There were certain personal articles. Things very deal to me that I had lost forever. I should also mention Rusko, our boy thief. It seems his parents were out of work and begging for scraps. His were crimes of necessity, and after seeing the considerable remorse he showed for his actions, I've decided to let him keep the coin he took from me as well as my share of the reward from the Meridian host. As grandmother always said, children are the greatest treasure of all. I can hardly let him and his family starve now, can I? How will you pay for your passage now? I can earn it back easily enough. Since I obtained my fear of the Arcasadara, there's no need to rush. I would take my time and explore all the wonders this island has to offer. Ronald for staying by my side this long, but I think I can continue alone. Speaking of which, have you any new tasks available? The perfect job for you. I actually have business with the employer myself, so we can head out together if you like. There you go, Ron. I haven't forgotten your happy reward. May your adventures be many, unsuccessful. I had a feeling. That at the end of this, you would reconcile against her fears and decide to stay for a little longer. That's it. That's all. That's all the side quests. Guess we're doing main story now. It's a lot. It's a lot to do, but it's all worth it in the end. Is that rain? Rain is on the source. How did this happen? No, I'm just kidding. House of Divinities. That Messer fella you were helping. He's artist Sordora, is he not? Apparently, it's almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? Summoning is their preferred. I don't stand the reason that would be their primary target. Yeah, considering they keep saying something about the sisters. That's their deity, the sisters. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors relevant in this land, and many are devout adherents of. We'd better go after him. Anqua lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Quarrel's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. It makes sense to kidnap people who pretty much have a deity. In this case, their deity is known as the sisters. So I guess. So to kidnap them, that means they're trying to create lunar versions of the sisters. Whoever they are. Do not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Gomar? You're doing all the way out here. Doing all the way out here, buddy. Wait, you're just supposed to be weakened. Just kidding. That's someone's mount. That's a mount version of Mitsugoma. You do not see from here either. No, leave me alone! I came from the north! No! Oh. It is its Imperial soldiers. Tempered Imperials! Oh no! Okay, that was awkward. Where did they go? Why are you here? Actually, you found them in time. You and your friends came looking for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Arcasara were being targeted. Surely you have as well, perhaps especially if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean, all we have. So your decision to make At your situation, but you should take care not to travel alone. Question, if I may. Is our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower? What tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are, but I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot, House of Divinities, the old tongue. But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that only bring death. That one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity and fool. Justified art thou in thy outrage. Know that 'tis no purpose but to know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Will that not tell us about thy divinities and their true nature? You come all the way to save us? Really? You think I had you peddling fish? But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We're good God-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge and fish. Isaiah, shall we pay to Akio? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. So they've already begun. Tis the simulacra of Terran gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, then none can now. There can be none now. The kidnapped, banished, are imprisoned in the tower, and I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods. As not as you said, will do well to study their religious traditions to Akia. So we've come to so that's the Tower of Zod. Yeah, a lot of us thought Tower of Zod was somewhere else when we were watching Media Tour and all that footage and all that other stuff, and it's like, oh. By the way, I'm almost at 82. Hi! Welcome to the name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. Please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than start with Kananga and Old Hernsma. They're free at the moment, as it happens. What's to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manasuya, being of wisdom who assumes the form of men, and the Magra, beings of might who assume the form of beast. Together, they are divinities. Their form and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. The guys want fish! You hear it. I'm about to hit you. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I'd like to hear. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Pick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the men of Surya and the moon, men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Countries seeking the wisdom of the men of Surya, the murderer cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the might of the murderer, and so they to resolve the head trades. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Minusaya have worn animal faces, and the Muragra the limbs of man. And that's an Al-Ra. He's just casually living here, man. Wow. Okay. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. Not a clue. While you were talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll, which depicts three of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Ooh. They are Menasuya. You've heard about them already, yes? Three sisters? Yes. The center one is the eldest. Pandora, goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To the right is the middle sister, Pandora, Sandy. That's the goddess of wealth. She counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Minda, the youngest similarly. She presides over the crafts, so is believed by readers, loved by weavers. So Cindy, so Minda, Cindy, and oh god, I've forgotten the names already. Oh, it's based off FF4's sisters, like them, and 12. No, I mean not 12, 10. When you'll get to them. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works. People keep in their homes for good fortune. I don't know this scroll. And like fashion to the minister, the deities of Rosia presides over many aspects of life. What of the Urgra, if I ask? Urgra hold power over nature. Nature's past, they were revealed as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find that find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Hakusorors. Then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. We worship dragons too? It is said that an ancestor of the trap, that's the ruler of Raz Hazan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity since acted as a guardian deity of the trap. Legend holds that if ever this trap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you gave us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. Pray for your success. Right. I believe it's time we sought out Cry's acquaintance. Alchemist by the name of Nehana. According to Crowd's notice, we are to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Now notice how, well, that's interesting. Apparently here, they worship dragons. And they even have like a dragon divinity on standby, apparently, if something is to happen. So maybe that dragon might help us if we ask. Huh? Dang. Oh, by the way, Shadow of the Destroyer is now. Oh my goodness. Woo! That's crazy. That's insane. I can see why people say Monkey's looking a little crazy. That's insane looking. Did you say you're gonna see Ned Hana? Oh, how I envy you. It's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. Did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty hires and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes when you meet her. Take care you don't drown in them. Someone's in love for a family. Second level. It's a shame because when you're 82, sadly, Armor the Destroyer turns into that. What we were just doing. Which means I no longer can just thrust my hips and break the ground under me. Nope, that's not a thing I can do anymore unless I sink down below 82. So, yeah. But that looks much cooler anyway. What I was just like the Shadow of the Destroyer looks much cooler. But by the way, we're 82. Getting off close to that tower. Tower of Zalt. Oh boy. We already know the name of it because it was told to us. It means... What did they say? The Great Divinity? Oh. Ow, I'm dead. Wait! Oh no.
happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Experiment gone wrong.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Fatigue.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Ah, he saw the dragoon lance and he's like, you could look at his
People
eyes
of
and
the
be like,
great work. I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
what the? What the? What the? What's happening?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
I want to.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
Are you two done flirting?
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so. Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Alright. Let me go to the Aetheryte first. Please? Well, do that first. Oh wow, look at that Aetheryte. Oh boy. Colorful. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Stretch and like get some drinks and stuff. I come back, we'll continue.